He's a phantom.
What is poppin'? Daddy Phantom here with just a quick upload of a game that I had not too long ago from the Festival Plaza with a random stranger that I just challenged to battle. So we got Bobby over here with quite a unique team, and in all honesty I'm really not afraid of anything he carries besides maybe that koala bear with the morning wood. But so yeah, pretty much let's just get into it. So I decide to lead out with my race car again, just like last battle, just to throw up some rocks and trick room, because I really wasn't too afraid of anything again, while he decides to lead out with his Incineroar. Now, first things first, he's gonna start sword dancing, because, you know, that's what tigers do, and, you know, I just watch him get really buff and set up my trick room, telling him, you know what, I don't care how buff you are, I got Paul in the back, I don't care. So, you know, set up my trick room, throw up some stealth rocks, really couldn't care less if he gets buffed and whatnot. So he keeps dancing, keeps getting that attack raise, and I think next turn I'm just gonna go for a Moonblast to just do a chunk of damage, because I don't want to switch out quite yet, since I don't want to take any unnecessary damage to any of my other Pokemon. So he goes for the Shadow Claw, and it does less than half, so I take that rather nicely, and by the looks of it, it'll be a 3-hit KO instead of a 2-hit KO due to my leftover recovery. Here I just go for another Moonblast, trying to do chunks of damage so I can finish him off with my Golisopod with the Aqua Jet, as he just goes for another Shadow Claw. This will continue until I die, but sadly at the same time the Trick Room will end, which is maybe what he was going for, I'm not exactly sure. So I just throw out a Toxic just because I can, as he finishes me off with a Shadow Claw. So, race car, you did your job. Good job. You have raced well. As race car faints, I send out my Golisopod to finish the job with a first impression. As I do that, the sword dancing tiger is no more. So goodbye Tigre. I take a little bit of life orb damage, and he sends out his Pika Rat. This little fucker comes out, and I most definitely don't want to deal with it, so I just switch straight out into my Morning Wood. Morning Wood comes out, and you know what Morning Wood does. It's annoying. It really is. I can tell you firsthand. This Pika Rat just goes for a charge and tries to scare me with his cool Pika powers. Let me tell you, however, I am not afraid of Pikachus. I eat those for breakfast. Now here he just decides to go for a Magnet Raise and raise himself 50 feet into the air with his electric farts, while I just go for the Play Rough and miss, cause Morning Wood is sleeping. He just, you know, just hasn't even woken up yet and already ready to fuck shit up, but can't quite do it yet. Here I get a flinch, which kinda sucks, but not to worry, cause he just decides to go for Poison Jab for some reason, and I go for my Z move, which is the Z Stockpile. Basically what that does is it gives me +1 special defense, and it gives me my full health back, which is rather nice, I'd like to say. So I get my full health back, I stockpile, get my special defense and defense boost, while here he goes for another Zing Zap, and it really doesn't do as much as I thought it would, but I still go for the wish just in case of flinch, because you never know. So I get my wish up as he goes for another Poison Jab. I mean, I don't know why he could be spamming Zing Zap, but he just chooses to do that, and I go for another Stockpile, and this battle is going to get rather annoying now for Bobby. Because my Morning Wood is not going away. It's staying in your pants. It's not going anywhere until you deal with it, Bobby. So he decides to fart into the air once more, maybe fearing that I have the Earthquake, but I do not, and I just decide to stockpile once more, becoming a real pain in the ass. Here I'll just speed up the battle a little bit because it gets rather annoying, like Morning Wood is supposed to, as I sort of deal with this Pika Rat. Something to note for this battle is that this Morning Wood actually has a Verlisify moveset on him, which is kind of funny because the guy has some terrible movesets out there, but some of them aren't really that bad and are rather unique. I have another Komala in my box at the moment, which has Rapid Spin, which I use as a Rapid Spinner. However, it really doesn't put in as much work as this guy. Morning Wood is something else, man. It really is. Here, he withdraws Pika Rat and goes out into his Monk, while I, for some reason, just like foresee this and go for a Play Rough instead of going for a Bulk Up and just completely destroy this monkey. he falls on his little ball and goes onto his Rabombi. Rabombi comes out, takes a bit of stealth rock damage, and then Bobby says, you know what, I'll have no more, I'll start dancing, look at these dance moves, and Rabombi goes for his Z move, which is, I believe is the Twinkle Tackle. So just watch this amazing animation, and just like, it really puts in work, really does a lot of damage. But I go for another play rough, just completely destroy that guy as he sends out this little fish of his. Now you thought priority Aqua Jet is good, but when you have Quick Claw with it, nothing can stop you now. Unless it's my Morning Wood, of course. Priority upon priority, for some reason, because like, I mean, I don't know why you'd have Quick Claw in this thing in the first place, but he does. So I can't finish it with one play rough, but the second one will finish it off with the critical hit, which, I mean, doesn't matter at all. Here things get interesting as he sends his Imposter of a Morning Wood. Now, I can tell you firsthand that this is not a good Morning Wood. Mine is definitely better and stronger and thicker. So now I go for the play rough, and it almost gets him, it almost finishes him off, but he's able to get that stockpile off, which, you know what, really doesn't matter now, because I can finish him off with the next play rough, because I was faster before, which actually it makes me kind of worried, because I thought this was the really slow Komala that I had, but it isn't. Yet it totally works out in my favor. One more hit is going to finish him off, and he decides to throw out his last Pokemon here without surrendering, which I'm really grateful for, because I had a few battles where the guy just surrendered and I couldn't upload, which really sucks. It really does. Now in this last portion of the battle, he just gets Major Hacks and goes for a Zing Zap, flinching me literally every time he uses it. For dramatic measures, I'll put on some epic music and let you watch the ending of the video for yourself. So, thanks for listening, and have a good day.